moment, live in the moment. This what they wanted, this what you want. Pull out the cameras, yeah. Picture me rolling. Heavy leaning without a folder, mixing my soda. Got emotions rolling. Before I know it, this shit was over still. I've been on it still. Ain't the type for card games when you know the deal. Even from a distance, you won't know the feel. Too busy holding up your end just to hope it's real. I've been heavy with it, let me in it too much.
Quiet as it's kept though. I lost my whole first round for Suge. The whole first round.
What you mean lost it?
I lost it. I'm in my phone about to go over it so I can start memorizing. And deleted that bitch, the whole thing. Went to the I deleted it from that. Nigga,
Nah. Sometimes it's just so automatic.
It's too fast. You do it too fast. You move too fast. I was talking to Gotti about it. Gotti was like, yeah, when I do that shit, I take my time to make sure I get that bitch back. And I'm like, that's why I fucked up. So my dumb man, I spent like 6 hours trying to figure out ways to get that bitch back. Nothing came up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to see how much I actually remember. And I remembered, no lie, about 95% of it. So I just wrote it all back, and then just restructured it and shit, threw a couple new punches and shit. And then, so I lost a whole day in prep. But
has that happened to all of y'all, or you just happened to lose around?
Nah, I've never lost material.
That's how I learned the recently deleted file. Like it was
I lost rounds.
Yeah,
them bitches come back.
This bitch is gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you get it back. But after you really write your round, because when you writing, you kind of rehearsing it in your mind with each, you know what I'm saying? So if you lose it, you got to just kind of bring back that process.
What you say? Yeah, like that's what I did. I remember every single. If I threw 20 punches in my first round, and I lost the whole battle, and it came time to memorize, I remembered 18 punches. Put it like that. And my dress up, I'm gonna remember the dress up because that's how that's how I line the throw the punch. So I'm remember the dress up. So if I can remember what punch I threw, I'd be like, okay, and I know how I threw it. Okay, we're good now. So I ended up remembering like, it's just wild number out of 20. I remember like 18 of them. So I sat down, and what's crazy is it took me faster to write that round. I probably took maybe 10 times as much time trying to replace the round than actually writing it over. I should have just sat down and said, but I panicked. I was like, oh shit, I never lost a round the week of the battle before. 2 weeks, I could write it over, do something else, whatever, but the week of, that never happened to me before. So I sat down and just had to restructure that bitch. But hey, we pulled through. Let's see how this first round sounded.
When that happens, right, do y'all lose the bookmarks? Or if y'all even write, do y'all have bookmarks where if the crowd goes crazy off a haymaker or whatever, you know that I got a cue in my mind, like this word can bring back where I started from.
Yeah, that happens to me automatically though. Like the way I memorize my shit, when I'm finished with a line, the next line is diving into my brain. So I don't, for the most part, I don't have to remember it. It kind of like jumped there. It's almost like your favorite song. Your favorite song, you know word for word, but you don't got to think about the words that you know to the song. So that's kind of how my battle material, I'll say it, and a lot of times that shit just jump into my brain before I'm even done with the line. So crowd reaction or not, I don't lose my spot because that word or those first 2 words of that next line just stood at attention, like, time to go. So I was like, all right, bet. This is, So if we can get some stops, I'll always be able to recover because I know where I'm at. Anything can happen any given time. This has nothing to do with unforeseen circumstance on the stage. Anything, like your brain is fragile, so anything can happen to make you actually forget material, but lose my place in line or shit like that. I try to get well prepped so I don't run into any kind of problems. Yeah.
I never got to ask you this, nor I never seen you answer this. What made you slow your style down initially from how you started? Because how you started was like a different type of pace.
Yeah, well, a lot of I would see a lot of posts in groups, and a lot of people will write shit that I said on stage, and the shit that they wrote got no reaction on stage. And they would write with like a caption like, I don't know how the crowd missed this, or I don't know how I missed this, or whatever. And then I would go back and read it, and I'd be like, how the fuck did you? And I'd be like, you know what? I might have not gave that no time to marinate whatsoever. I might have hit them with, you know, if I shoot you 3 times, and the first, like let's say if I chop your finger off, then I chop your finger off, and then right after I chop your finger off, I shoot you 3 times. What you gonna react to? Right? You don't really know if you can't really say my finger because you just got shot. So it's like what you gonna react? That's kind of how I was serving them up. I would stab, cut, shoot, blow up, boom, game over. Get him the fuck out. It's like, well, what did he do? So now I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna make sure these niggas know that they got hit and not let it be some reflectionary. Yeah, when you go back over it, you was going crazy, but
That one I don't know.
I just didn't get that lie. Like, nah, we're not doing that. We're gonna make sure every single piece of this. We ready?
Difference is.
Let's go.
That's
Talk
his infamous line. Difference is.
I'm the different. I'm the different.
Whenever you're ready to go inside, they have dressing room.
We can kick it off.
Back. Yeah. He's here.
Man, you know I get down. Rain going away, my baby. My baby. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I guess we're kicking it off. That's how I do it. Last week, I had to get Saga up out of there. We had a great classic battle. You understand? And then we come here a whole week later. We come a whole week later to do it again. No, Saga might have gave me battle with a year though. I can't even lie. He might have gave me battle with a year. I can't
Closer than you and Taz?
Yeah. No. Tez, that's a. Your Latin buddy is shooting that shit,
Don't do Brooklyn like that,
Your
man.
Latin
my
buddy.
bro. Taz my
Don't
bro.
do Brooklyn
Taz
like
my
that,
bro.
Loso.
Taz
Come
my
on, man.
No. Saga gave me the toughest competition I've had in years. You know what I mean? As far as energy in the room and the way it should translate, Saga definitely brought me what I was supposed to go with on stage and fight for. I never take that away from him. But you know, 7 days later, back to do it again. Bigger stage, more work. My nephew Rock, you know, we work.
What we doing here?
Yes, sir. Tell him, Unc just came from the motherfucking BET Award.
I'm telling you, we talking about a hard worker.
Nephew Rock, he done passed a lot of these motherfucking battlers, huh? Tell him Nephew Rock, he done been to the BET Awards. Nephew Rock, talk to him. Yeah. 30 minutes of fame. We gotta change the platform now.
Double it.
We done been to the BET Awards.
He's a one-man army.
He is.
ODP, one-man
He
army.
is. I saw him at the awards. He had his own seat. I just figured because he was 15 minutes of fame, he'd be somewhere in the back. You know how they do. But he had his own motherfucking seat. I said, this nigga, Nephew Rye, is about to change the game.
Most good stuff that man ever said about
Just saying, man. He got his own seat.
You got it on tape.
30 minutes of fame, man.
Can't take it
Yeah.
back.
We gotta go ahead and kick this nigga ass, man. Lockdown. Make sure we get it. We get it on the. What's up, brother, man?
Sorry to pass by you like that. I was on the move.
I'm gonna kick his ass and I'm gonna go to the Fresh Prince court. Post a picture for him. You already know. Born and raised. No, but that's how it is, baby. Check in. You already know.
They see I've been working. I need to be perfect. Pull up a chair, immediate service. They see it in person. I know it, I think that I'm worth it. Appointing my people to purpose. They know and I think I deserve it. Word. I remember walking up the street to the school, leaving at lunchtime, always thinking we cool. Couldn't picture we were mentally just sync with each move. We seen a lot, that's probably why I'm not so easily moved. We on the move, forced to play but couldn't take the score. And that was till I found my identity. Jason Bourne, about to